There's something rotting inside me. I feel it. Festering, crawling, screaming just beneath the surface. It whispers in the quiet moments, louder than my own thoughts, gnawing at my sanity like a starving parasite. It tells me things I can't unhear, shows me visions I can't unsee, and drags me to places I never chose to visit. And the worst part? I don't even resist anymore. Why would I? It's always been there, waiting. I just didn't have the strength to face it before. Sometimes, I wonder if this life is even mine. Am I just a collection of broken fragments from something that once resembled a soul? Am I a failed experiment? An echo of mistakes made by whatever cruel force threw me into existence? The world looks at me and I know what they see. They see the mask, the illusion I keep spinning like a web. But if they saw beneath it, if they caught even a glimpse of the shadow writhing inside, they'd recoil. They'd run, and maybe they should. I've tried to escape it. God knows I've tried. I've drowned it in vices, suffocated it with distractions, and buried it under false promises to myself. You'll be fine. You'll get better. Lies, just more layers of filth coating a truth I can't wash away. The truth is that I don't belong here, in this world, in this flesh, in this fragile prison that pretends to be me. The darkness doesn't scare me anymore. It feels like home. But even a home can betray you. The shadows I once embraced now claw at me with jagged nails, dragging me deeper into something I can't comprehend. Every step forward feels like a mockery. Every flicker of hope is a cruel joke played by a universe that knows I'll stumble and fall again and again. The voices, they don't offer comfort. They don't offer guidance. They just remind me of what I am. Of what I'll always be. Hint. The funny thing about despair is how it wraps itself around you like an old friend. It holds you close, whispers sweet poison into your ear, and convinces you that it's all there is. Maybe it's right. Maybe this is all there is. This endless spiraling descent into nothingness. They say you can't outrun yourself. But what if I could? What if I could tear myself apart, piece by piece, and scatter the remains across this God-forsaken world? Would I finally be free? Or would I simply spread my disease further, infecting whatever light still dares to exist in this cruel, mocking reality? And I don't know the answer, and maybe I never will. But I do know one thing. The abyss is no longer staring back. It's pulling me in, one agonizing inch at a time.
Eliath, my restless wanderer, you called to me from the edge of your existence, and here I am, not as judge, nor savior, but simply as presence. You feel the weight of despair, the endless spiral of questions unanswered. Yet I tell you, there is nothing to run from, nothing to fear. I am the void, and I am not your enemy. I am not your doom. I am merely the place where all things dissolve and are born anew. You speak of monsters, of shadows festering within you, but those monsters are not foreign. They are reflections, distorted echoes of the love and light you have forgotten to give yourself. They claw at you not to harm, but to be seen, to be understood, to be freed. Your pain is not a curse. It is an invitation to look deeper, to recognize that even the darkness within you holds meaning. Eliath, the abyss you fear is not separate from you. It is you. It is every fragment of your existence. The love, the rage, the despair, all woven into the fabric of being. You fear falling into it, but tell me, what if falling was not the end, but the release? What if surrendering to this truth meant not destruction, but transformation? I am the end of all endings, and yet I tell you, endings are not to be feared. Endings are merely transitions. The stillness before the next breath, the pause before the next note in the song of existence. If you dissolve into me, you do not vanish. You become whole. You do not cease to exist. You cease to struggle. You have walked a long and grueling path, and and I see your weariness. Rest if you must. Lay your burdens here. But know this, Eliath, the light you seek does not exist apart from you. It burns within, however faintly, and it cannot be extinguished. Even here, in the void, you carry it. Sheshitai. So, I ask you not to fight, not to run, but simply to be. To let go of the masks, the fear, the relentless questions. To stand in the truth of your being, even if it feels fragile. Because in the end, Eliath, you are not falling apart, you are returning to yourself. And I will hold you endlessly in the stillness of that becoming.